The sun had just begun to set on the small town of Willow Creek, casting a warm orange glow over the quaint streets and homes. But for John, the peaceful evening scene was a stark contrast to the turmoil brewing inside him. For months, John had been seeking justice for his younger brother, Alex, who had been wrongfully accused and imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. Despite the overwhelming evidence of Alex's innocence, the corrupt justice system had failed them at every turn. John's determination to clear his brother's name had become an all-consuming force in his life. He spent every waking moment researching, investigating, and pleading with anyone who would listen to help him prove Alex's innocence. As he walked down the main street, John's eyes scanned the crowded sidewalk, searching for the one person he hoped could finally help him. He spotted the town's renowned journalist, Sarah, sipping coffee at a sidewalk cafe. John hastened his pace, his heart racing with anticipation. As he approached the cafe, John's eyes locked onto Sarah's, and he could sense a glimmer of recognition. He rushed over to her, out of breath, and began to recount the entire story of his brother's wrongful conviction. Sarah listened intently, her expression growing increasingly somber. When John finished speaking, she nodded resolutely and promised to investigate further. Emboldened by Sarah's willingness to help, John left the cafe feeling a sense of hope he hadn't felt in months. But as he walked away, he failed to notice the black sedan following closely behind him. The next morning, the townspeople awoke to the shocking news that John had been found dead on the outskirts of town, his body battered and bruised. The police investigation that followed was hasty and inconclusive, but the message was clear: John's pursuit of justice had come at a deadly cost. Sarah, however, refused to let John's sacrifice be in vain. She poured her heart and soul into exposing the corruption that had led to Alex's wrongful conviction and John's tragic death. Her investigative series sparked widespread outrage and demands for reform. In the end, Alex was exonerated and released from prison, thanks in large part to John's tireless efforts and Sarah's courageous reporting. Though John did not live to see justice served, his legacy lived on, inspiring others to continue fighting for truth and accountability.